Some of you were surprised when I had a Democratic presidential candidate, John Delaney, on the show, but I welcome guests of all political views. Now, here's someone I bet you never thought you would see on Huckabee. I want you to welcome a man, and I'm telling you, he truly needs no introduction.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests, I'd like to officially welcome you here tonight. Please join me in giving you all a big round of applause. Okay, that's enough. Now back to me. Folks, I'm honored to be here and humbled by Michelle's book sales. You know, I almost wasn't able to make it here tonight. The family and I just returned from a nice, relaxing vacation in my home state, where I was born, Hawaii. Or, you know, as Donald Trump pronounces it, Kenya. It was a fun trip. We're gathered here on this historic day, brought together by a common bond, that we were all born on our birthdays. We've chosen hope over fear, progress over discord, and paper over plastic. Here we are just 4 days away from my favorite day of all time, Taco Tuesday. Who knows what I'm talking about? Now everybody wants to know what I've been up to since I left office. I've been spending a lot of time with my family and our dogs. You know, most people don't know that our dog Bo's full name is Bo Diddley. You see, Bo comes from my initials, and Diddley represents the amount of support I've gotten from Fox News. That wasn't a joke. I've been catching up on my old golf game. I have a trick shot where I can hit the ball straight up as far as the eye can see, then it plummets right down in the hole. I call it the stock market shot. But critics say I haven't gotten anything done. But under my administration, unemployment was the lowest rate we've seen in over a decade. There was a boom in small businesses. And for the first time in history, 75% of the people in the United States made up 3/4 of our domestic population. That's right, do the math. I won the Nobel Peace Prize, took out bin Laden, and I helped the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Obamacare was doing so well, we expanded it for uninsured cats and dogs across the nation. The Affordable Pet Care Act was set up to cover all neutering costs for stray cats, stray dogs, and R. Kelly. Oh, that was too soon? In our current economy, the federal interest rates are down, mortgage rates are up, and today, it's easier than ever for millennials to move back in with their folks. That's true. Now, before I go, let me say this, and let me be very, very clear. We remain the most prosperous, powerful, and influential country on earth. Today, we find ourselves at the crossroads. Politics seem more divisive than ever before. But let us commit to living by the golden rule. Be our brothers and sisters' keepers, and truly treat others as we would like to be treated. And may we continue to build more bridges to connect us than walls to separate us. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Governor.
Well, my many thanks to President Obama for being here with us and for showing off his unique sense of humor. Hey, after the show, if you hop on to Huckabee.tv, you'll find our In Case You Missed It segment, chock full of funny news stories that'll make you uncomfortable and maybe even a little seasick. That's from seeing too much. Anyway, and there's a brand new Facts of the Matter after the show on Huckabee.tv. All right, I got to come clean. I know this is going to shock you, but that really wasn't Barack Obama. Please welcome again Emmy Award-winning writer, comedic impressionist, actor, and speaker, Reggie Brown. You look and sound a whole like President Obama.
Thank you.
How did you first figure out that you could be a Barack Obama impersonator?
Well, I'm from Chicago, so it's just, I know, it's crazy. And I think it's kind of a divine plan, you know, because all these little similarities that we had kind of led me to this path. And when I was 21, my brother came home one day and he said, "You look just like this guy Barack who plays basketball at the East Bank Club." Then it turned into that later that week, I was still waiting tables, and a woman said, "You look like my professor, Barack Obama. Google him." Then years later, he became senator, and then once we won the Emmy back in 2008 with NBC Chicago, my colleague Jim Grillo said, "If you can nail this, you can develop the show, develop the makeup, and sell it to corporations and travel the world," and that's what I did.
You know, it's pretty fascinating, though. You've been able to make a really good career out of this, but there's a message behind all of it.
There is, and you know, I don't think that I was given this platform and these opportunities just to make a quick buck. It's really expanded my horizons, traveling to all these different countries and meeting different people and different religions and cultures and things. And through that experience, I started up Outsmart Racism, which I'm funding now. I just finished the business plan, but I've had my life affected by racism a couple times. I had my face broken in college and reconstructed. In a hate crime. My stepdaughter, we live in Sherman Oaks, California, and she was getting her yearbook signed, and I thought they'd still say, "Stay sweet, don't ever change," all the stuff they said in our yearbooks, and someone drew swastikas all in there.
Oh, you're
wrote
kidding.
Some, you know,
to a little girl?
Yeah, middle school.
Oh, my soul.
And to think that that's in a melting pot like Sherman Oaks, there's so many different cultures and communities. So I took that negativity, turned it positive, and now I'm creating an education program called Outsmart Racism because I think it is something that's taught and it's picked up through, you know, just culture. You know, it happens, different parts. If you're not used to other people, you kind of build your perception possibly off media, movies, all these things. But when you actually get to know people, I mean, we're all the same deep down, and people need to understand that and just love each other.
You know, I think the essence of racism is a lack of understanding that if God made you and loves you, and if God made me and loves me, then I have no right not to love you and accept you. I mean, how can I say, yeah, God made you, but I don't like you?
When people go that route and they call me, you know, racially charged expletive, I just feel sorry for them because that's the only thing that they have to attack me with. They don't attack my character, they don't attack my actions. That's the only thing they can come with, and there's no basis beyond that.
Are you still having fun doing all this?
I love it, and it brought me back here, you know, and now I'm traveling, delivering my keynote. It's called How I Became President of the United States. I tell my life story, the ups and downs and triumphs and tragedies, and it's great. So that's what I've been doing for the past 3 years, and Outsmart Racism, and I became the brand ambassador for a company called Streamline. So things are going in the right direction.
You're a busy guy.
And you did endorse me for president. I have you saying that about 10 years ago, and I do have the video still. So maybe I'll make a run.
Well, you can see more clips of Reggie Brown. You can find his social media links. You can hire him to speak to your group and learn more about his Outsmart Racism initiative at presidentialcomedy.com. Follow him on Twitter at I am Reggie Brown.